Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, my name is Millie.
And this is episode 32
32
of season 2 of
Yonks Ago. Yonks Ago.
This is Yonks Ago, coming into your ears. Now what are yonks? They're kinda like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, surely.
Wickedy, welcome back, everybody.
Here we are, another Tuesday afternoon.
Yep.
Back in our sweet old kitchen.
You know how it is.
We both chucky waked it during the week. I chucky waked it first. You followed me with your own chucky wake, and we ended up chucky waking it together in Adelaide.
I forget about it.
But we were there for a little bit, and then we came all the way back.
Yep.
Back to the life of the hardworking podcasters. That's how I define myself now.
I think so.
That's who I am.
How many podcasts have you been on in your whole life?
Probably like 5 or 6.
That's pretty good. I've only been on one.
Uno.
Yeah.
No, you've also appeared on, in at least your voice has appeared
that's
on
true.
one of my other podcasts.
That's
How about
true,
this?
but not live.
No.
Not live on the podcast.
Still.
I reckon there's time. Chuck me in there when I'm a bit older.
Your voice might appear in the background of one of our live recordings in the comedy festival.
Yeah.
Because you've been in the audience.
Yeah.
Look, it's a question that may never be answered, or we just answered it. I can't tell. But it is Tuesday afternoon, my favourite podcasting time.
It is Tuesday afternoon.
And we're back in the mood. I'm on just the edge of jet lag now.
Okay.
I've had a week to sort of readjust. Part of that spent in Adelaide, which is slightly different time zone to here.
30 minutes before.
They're
later.
They're 30 minutes behind
before.
us. It's earlier.
Yeah.
It's earlier there than it is here. We get the sun before they do.
Yeah.
And the sun sets here before it sets there. Mm-hmm. That's the way the sun works.
Yeah.
And distance and time and people. And so, look, I've had a little decompression. I'm still a little bit frayed around the edges, but I feel like I'm operating on, look, if I was a 6-cylindered person, I'm operating on 5 cylinders.
That's not bad.
That's all you need.
That's not bad.
I'm not going to take that in for a service.
I don't think I've ever operated on 6 in my whole life.
No need.
No.
Kids these days don't need 6 cylinders.
No.
Pointless cylinders.
I know, exactly.
2 cylinders or nah.
Got to recycle them.
Yeah, that's the problem with this world. Too many cylinders.
Exactly.
Boomers and their cylinders.
They've got like 20.
Yeah, V8s, mate. V8s. But yeah, I'm about whatever the maths is of that. 5 6. What's that? Like 87%, something like that.
Sure.
Log it in. And just happy to be here. And Nancy Wake. Now, look, it's getting crazy in Nancy. I can't even really remember all the names of the exciting cast of characters that have joined the Nancy Wake. There's Captain Factory and the Snail.
Then you've got Jessie.
The 2 Americans.
Jessie and...
Yeah, I can't remember. I know Jessie.
Jessie was good, and then Winnie.
Well
Winnie,
done.
Winnie.
So can we just provide actual detail? So there's the 2 they're travelling the mountains.
Finally
got to the mountains. Nancy Wake has a ragtag bunch with her.
Yeah.
There's the 2 Americans.
What,
Captain
the
Factory.
Mountain Squad? Mountain Gang.
Mountain Gang. Captain Factory and the Snail.
Yeah.
Captain Factory seems like an all-round good guy.
He's a legend
the
in my book.
Snail is the worst.
Snail is down the bottom of my list.
We got 2...
I reckon he's the Dan Kelly because he's cool. But
He's worse than Dan Kelly.
He's on the good side, but he's just really annoying, just like Dan.
The 2 French girls, Jenny and Winnie. Jessie.
Not Jenny. I don't know who that is.
Jessie and Winnie.
Jessie seems the legend. Don't know much about her. But, so far,
so
neutral.
if you get 2 people from any nationality, one of them's going to be great and the other one's going to be a bit of a loser.
So if we do meet... from New Zealand, though, I reckon they're all G.
Well, there's only one New Zealander travelling with this group.
And that's what I'm saying. If you chucked another one in there...
We know who that is.
Trev. I'll meet Trev.
Trev's doing his best to keep this group together.
Yeah, I know.
They're being led over the mountains by 2 fearless guys.
I forget.
We've got Jean.
Yeah, Jean.
Who is tough tough but fair.
Yeah.
Knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Doesn't talk much.
No.
Only says what he needs to.
Well, that's all you need to say.
And his female companion partner in guiding, Piron.
Was it Perron?
I think it was
I thought it
Piron.
was pronounced different.
I might have pronounced it differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I get a little bit riled up.
Maybe I just forget. Sometimes I forget. But I don't know.
I've just double checked. I found the name and I was absolutely wrong.
Okay.
It's not Perron. That's ridiculous.
No.
It's Pilar.
Yeah, you see, Virgo is never wrong.
You sensed trouble in the Matrix, and indeed there was trouble.
Wait, what was it again? I forget.
Pilar.
Pilar, of course.
Jean and Pilar.
Like Galar, except Pilar.
They're trusty guides leading them over the mountain. Is that everyone? And Nancy, who I've got to say has gone into some dark places.
You know what? I think that's okay.
Because she works so hard to get to the mountains.
Exactly.
And then some of these bloody ragtag bunch
on their first try
getting to the mountain, they don't appreciate how lucky
they've
they
got
are.
the privilege.
And they are slowing them down.
Exactly.
Nancy's not having it.
Nancy's like, do you know how many times?
Yeah. And so she's kicking people. She's dragging people. She's tripping people over into puddles so that they'll be forced to keep moving unless they freeze to death.
Yeah.
There's no lengths she won't go to at this stage to get up that dang mountain.
I mean, the end justifies the means.
All she can think of is conquering the mountain that has so taunted her.
And didn't they get to the top?
When we left the story, they had reached the summit. They can see France, where they've come from, on one side, and free Spain.
Ooh.
I think it's neutral Spain.
Neutral.
I didn't know Spain was neutral.
No, me either.
Everyone talks about Switzerland.
I always forget about Spain.
Yeah.
Like just in life in general.
It's the forgettable
with my
bit of Europe.
synesthesia, Spain doesn't fit into that. I don't know where Spain even is. If you are, to be fair, I don't know where many places are.
And I've been to France. I've been to Germany. I've been to Italy. Haven't been to Spain.
I haven't been to Spain.
Something about Spain.
No.
It's a blind spot.
Yeah.
And they were neutral during the war.
There you go. Didn't know that.
Switzerland gets all the neutral
I know.
kudos. Everyone's like, I'm Switzerland on this one.
Switzerland.
Well, guess what? I'm going to be Spain from now on. Because I'm neutral. Everyone will be like, what? And I'll have to explain it.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm educating while I'm being a bit of a goose.
Yeah.
And that's all I can ask for from life. So, yes, they're on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And it stretches out in front of them. And the trip down the mountain was relatively uneventful.
Well, yeah. No one's you
got it. No one's whinging.
No, because it's chill.
The end is in sight.
You go down the mountain.
And it's downhill.
Yeah.
And they're like, why complain when you can see Spain right there?
You're just like, we'll just get there.
So even the snail's on board.
Yeah.
He can just roll down. Just hunch up into his shell and just down the mountain.
Well, you get the snow though.
Yeah, I mean, it is very cold still.
Yeah.
But they don't mind. Nothing can dull their enthusiasm for the fact they've conquered this dang mountain.
Exactly.
And so they get down to the other side and they cross the river into Spain. They've made it to Spain.
Yeah.
And they rest. They get to a safe house. It's a farmhouse.
Nice.
Rural farmhouse. And it's organised that there's going to be a car come pick them up in the morning and take them to the British embassy in Barcelona.
Oh.
All plans are good. But they've just got to wait for that car to come. And so they're staying there. They're sleeping in the barn once again in
Nancy
hay.
knows that. Yeah.
I feel some scabies coming on.
Me too.
Watch out for that, scabies. And on the second night there, they're all sleeping in the barn under the cover of the hay. So they're in the haystack.
Yeah.
They're drifting off to sleep, and then the air is suddenly full of angry male yelling in Spanish, and then there's sounds of women screaming in response. It's coming from the direction of the farmhouse.
Whoops-a-daisy.
And then a bunch of people come into the thing and start poking pitchforks into the haystack. And one of them gets Pilar right in the butt. Pitchfork in the butt.
No.
And she unleashed a cry that would wake up the dead. She leaps up out of the haystack and jumps out the window. And all the dudes there, they're called caballeros, the Spanish police. So it's the Spanish police that have come in. And they don't know what's going on. They're sticking their pitchforks in. A woman screams, yells, jumps out the window. And they're left looking at each other.
When they check the haystacks?
Well, everyone gets out. Everyone jumped out of the haystack.
Oh, I see.
Once that happened, they heard Pilar scream. They're like, we'll get better. And so now there's the mountain gang and the caballeros looking at each other. And it turns out, the caballeros weren't even there looking for them. They had heard that there might be someone smuggling food or supplies. They were there just looking for
Yeah.
Stupid stuff.
They're chill.
And they're like, I bet you're hiding it in this haystack. Let's check.
Yeah.
Stab Pilar in the butt. And so now they're looking at each other. No one knows what to do. And then the Caballeros decide that they will take them all down to the police station for further questioning.
Yeah.
Because they weren't expecting this.
No.
They're like, this is not what we came to this farmhouse for. We just wanted. I think they were hoping to find a stash of alcohol.
Oh, yeah, man.
They were trying to find some goodies for themselves, Caballero style.
For sure. Popular.
And they've ended up rumbling a people smuggling outfit.
Whoops-a-daisy.
But as we said, they're neutral, so they've got no particular beef.
Yeah, exactly.
With these guys who've escaped from Germany.
No.
And so then Nancy's been taken away to the police station. She's being questioned. They're asking, why were you hiding in the barn? What's going on? And she just keeps telling them, my name is Nancy Farmer. She's always good with a
nice.
lie. A lie built on truth.
That's good.
Classic
Well,
Nancy.
I mean, her name is Nancy. So.
That's right. She's
She's not wrong.
So they can't trick her by, if someone gives you a fake name and then you wait a while and then you call out like Nancy.
Yeah.
And if that's not the name, she wouldn't turn around.
Yeah. Well, what if you just didn't hear?
I mean, they'd call loud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's an easy way to trick people who've made up a fake name.
There's you go.
Lock it in.
There's you go.
And then, or if you suspect that their name's something else, you wait a while and then you call out what you think their name is, and if they turn, got them. So Nancy's not falling for that.
No.
Because she's like, my name is Nancy Farmer.
Yeah.
Why? Because they found her in a farmhouse.
Exactly.
She's thinking, she's like, Nancy Farm. She was. I reckon she was a step away from Nancy Police Station.
Yeah.
So she goes, my name is Nancy Farmer and I'm an American and this is all I have to say to you.
Got to chuck on an accent.
I don't reckon she would even bother.
No.
It's like, these guys won't know what accent. Everyone,
No.
if you're not Spanish, they don't.
Yeah.
You're foreign. So she's just throwing wicked lies out.
Yeah.
She's like, it's been a while since I've told some good lies.
But doesn't get nervous.
She's in her element.
Exactly.
Nancy's natural habitat on a bed of lies.
Exactly.
And so then they're like, where have you come from? She's like, my name is Nancy Farmer.
Where do you think
I'm an American.
I came from?
And that's all I've got to say to you. And they're like, well, where did you meet your companions who were with you in the barn? She's like, my name is Nancy Farmer. I'm an American. And that's all I got to say to you. And they're like, all right. She's passed 3 tests.
It makes sense.
And so on and so on. They questioned her for hours. She just kept the same response going. She kept saying she was American. Now, the reason she said was American was because they had, from after Pearl Harbor, which happened, not that long ago, they'd come into the war and were the heavy hitters, the powerhouse.
America!
And they knew that people were no one wanted to annoy the Americans.
No.
Because they were already annoyed.
Oh, good strat.
So she's like, I think American's the best thing to hitch my wagon to.
That's
if I say
good.
Australian, everyone will be like, whatevs.
What?
Well done, digger.
Australia, like as in like.
Yeah.
What do you? Australia?
Yeah, I've got no idea what you're talking about. So she's wise. She's wise in the ways of what's my best play here.
She is.
And then so they let her sit for a while and then they come back and they're all suddenly very, very nice to her. They've decided, they've looked up America. Someone Googled it. They're like, oh shit, American. We must not get her on the wrong side.
No.
So, and then they race her off to the, she gets picked up, taken to the British consul, and she's finally she's achieved that goal.
She's chilling.
And so then she's in the British Embassy, but she needs to get back. She needs to get from Spain to Britain. That's her. She's trying to get back to good old England town. And they need to organise that. So she's waiting to be on a ship, but there's a lot of people who are trying to get on ships right now. So she's like, this could be a while.
This could be a while.
And while this is happening, quick war update.
Yes, tell me.
Germany itself had started to suffer. It started to go kind of bad for Germany around this time.
They've
been expanding. They've been taking on everyone.
Yep.
They've been like, we're Germany. Get out of our way.
Suck it.
Then all of a sudden things had started to go a little bit worse on the Russian front. Winter's coming in. They're not making as much ground as they thought they would in Russia.
Yep.
England's starting to make some sweet moves.
Yeah, man. England be out here.
England launched an attack on like some dams.
Ooh.
in Germany, they
Germany
launched...
be like, oh, damn.
Exactly, they were. So
Tee-hee.
they launched bouncing bombs, which sounds
Ooh,
fun.
That does sound fun.
That sounds heaps of fun.
That sounds fun.
Bouncing bombs on the dams in the Ruhr Valley. The Ruhr, R-U-H-R.
Yeah.
Ruhr. The Ruhr Valley. And 2 of the dams have been destroyed, which flooded the German industrial heartland.
Oh, shame.
And severely disrupted production for the Nazi war machine.
Shame.
So they're like, look, this is where the Nazis make all their stuff.
Yeah.
Their guns, their bombs, their bullets, their submarines.
Yeah.
It's all around here. There's a huge dam here
Why don't we
that's
just...
protecting that.
Yeah.
Let's throw some bombs at them. They're like, not just bombs, bouncing bombs. Why? Fun.
Yeah.
They're just fun bombs.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Why use bombs when you can have bouncing bombs?
Exactly. It's like you have bombs. They both got bombs.
Yeah.
But one's bouncing.
One's bouncing. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
And it bloody well worked.
Yeah.
And so now the Germans don't have as much stuff as they thought they had.
Sucked in.
And now, of course, as we said, the Americans are now in the war.
America.
I reckon Germany's going, Japan, why?
Yeah.
Did you have to? It was neutral America for a while there. There was Switzerland, Spain, America.
So what, Spain?
Yeah.
Spain?
I don't know if you know this, but Spain was neutral.
What?
In the war.
I forgot about
Quite
Spain.
famously.
Well, there you go.
And so now Germany's like, oh, now we're fighting America. America's come in. They're helping the fight in Africa.
Yep.
So everywhere where Germany was like just flexing, just like how good are the Nazis?
Yep.
Like get it, yeah. And now it's all like, oh, this is getting harder.
Oh, what?
I don't like it.
No.
And so that's sort of where the war is balanced, but not. They're not really moving backwards. They're not losing the war. They're just not winning as quickly as they were before. It slowed their progress. But Nancy's loving all the headlines. She's like, this is good. Because she, as we've mentioned, does not like the Nazis.
No,
Still.
no.
Nothing that the Nazis have done have endeared them to her.
Yeah.
She's like, they lie a lot. I like that.
Yeah. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Doesn't like
I respect the game.
Yeah.
But I hate the players.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all this news is coming in. She's there for 2 weeks just reading these sweet headlines. And then she gets the word, we've got a boat for you.
Yay!
There's going to be a convoy of 70 ships.
Woo.
70. So they're going to move a whole bunch.
That's a
leaving for England the following day.
There you go.
Which is amazing news.
She's like, hell yeah.
So they're travelling in gangs now because there's like submarines.
Surely Trev.
Like safety in numbers.
Yeah.
And so Nancy... The next day, she gets to the boat. She gets her seat. Classic. She probably lied her way on to first class. And she's chatting to a good-looking officer. She's always on the lookout.
She is.
She's always swiping right, man. She'll give anyone the time of day. Now she's on a break.
Yeah.
And then, so she's chatting to this guy, and then all of a sudden she hears, Nancy! And she turns around, and on the ship is none other than Micheline. Micheline!
Wait, was Micheline the alcoholic?
The girl, the daughter.
Is she still alive?
Still alive. Last we met her, I think she'd married the Canadian boy.
And her mum was not happy.
That she met at the
wedding.
dinner party, at the wake.
Oh, the dinner party, not the wedding.
Yeah, because
my bad. That's on me.
Back when Nancy and Henri were having their fancy dinner parties in Free France.
Yeah.
Pretending the war wasn't happening.
Exactly.
Micheline met, I think his name was Tommy.
Could be. I don't
met Tommy the Canadian, and they got married. And that's the last we saw of her. And now she's turned up on the very boat that Nancy's
what are the
heading
chances?
back to England on.
What are the chances?
And so, she's not a girl anymore. I can tell you that.
No,
she's not. Not only is she a woman, she's also a mother. She's got a 6-month-old baby
I thought you were
called
gonna say 6 children.
Patrick. She's got Patrick.
Oh, like Paddy O'Leary.
Yeah, so she's got Patrick.
Named after him for sure.
It's the son that she had with the same Canadian, Thomas Kenny.
You're
Tommy Kenny.
Right, Tommy Kenny.
I think he's very Irish for a Canadian.
Yeah.
And with their son Paddy.
Oh, for sure.
Little Patty Kenny.
Yeah.
Little Patrick Kenny there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, hi, I'm Tommy Kenny. I'm a Canadian. Are you though?
Yeah.
And so they're heading back to England.
England.
And it was the weird thing is they were the two they left.
Yeah.
Because Nancy, when war broke out, Nancy was in England.
Yeah.
And she rescued Micheline from the nunnery.
For sure.
And so they left England together on the same boat.
True. And now they're going back together.
What are the chances of such a coinky dink? Or was Michelin just waiting on the docks and would not leave until Michelin showed up?
True.
And Michelin says it was wonderful to see Nancy.
Yeah.
But she couldn't help but notice the changes in her.
Oh, she's in a dark place.
She's like, she used to be so light and sort of frivolous.
Uh-oh.
But now there was a real toughness in her.
Yeah, well.
because of
the mountains.
All the things that she'd been through. And it was still the Nancy that she loved, but there was now a hardness there that she had not seen before. So Michelin's hasn't seen her for a few years.
She needs to see Henri.
She's like, man, you are wartime Nancy.
Yeah.
You are hardcore. It's hardcore Nancy.
Bro. Nancy.
Used to be soft and fun times Nancy.
Hardcore.
Martinis by the pool Nancy.
Nah.
Now you're like slapped in a police station.
Exactly.
Tripping people in puddles, dragging people by the hair to get them over mountains Nancy.
Do what you got to do, Nance.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And so Michelin's like, oh, it's sad, but war. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And the whole convoy made it safely without damage. 10 days later, they arrived on the craggy coast of Scotland.
Oh.
And shortly thereafter in the port of Greenock.
Uh-huh. Oh, Scotland, the land of Garrow.
Yeah. And there was a minor hassle for Nancy when the customs official refused to allow her entry because she had neither a passport nor identification papers. I mean, come on, mate, it's wartime. But then she sent a single rather crisp telegram to Captain Ian Garrow of the War Office.
I thought we had been done with this guy.
And he quickly sorted things out for her. You were right. It was the land of Garrow. Garrow's like, let her in. It's Nancy bloody Wake. I'd be in a concentration camp if it wasn't for Nancy. You bastard. And so they all got through. Nancy bid Michelin and Patrick a fond farewell.
Yes.
Making plans to meet up in a couple of weeks. Martinis by the pool. Yeah. Get Patrick started early.
Yeah. He's only 6 months.
Good enough.
The children.
Think of the childrens. And then she headed south towards London.
Yeah.
And Garrow had been busy working for her in the meantime. He had, in recognition of her sterling work,
yes,
all the work she's done getting refugees out. You know the stuff.
I do.
They organised for her to stay. She got picked up, driven. So she didn't have to go on the train. She got driven to a suite in the St. James Hotel, back in Nancy's favourite way to live.
Yeah,
just
man. In the suite.
In the lap of luxury.
Surely.
And so for Nancy, who had not so long ago slept in pig pens, in haystacks, she'd had scabies, she'd climbed across icy mountains, this was the best.
But... Trev, where is he? You know what I'm saying? So, really,
Trev? I don't think
how
Trev,
good could it be?
I think Trev got on a different boat.
Yep.
Oh, he's following, but I reckon he's just following behind, making sure
At
Nancy's
a steady
all the way.
Steady pace.
And 6 months after kissing Henri goodbye, she'd finally completed her journey.
There you go.
And was back safely in England. Her overwhelming feeling was that she had made it. I made it.
Yes.
Thank God I bloody made it.
And Henri's just chilling doing some business.
Yeah. And so her and Michelin are safely back away from war-torn France.
Yep.
And the well-meaning customs officer 3 years previously, who had warned them that if they left Britain for war-torn France, they would never return, had got it wrong.
Sucked in.
It had taken her a while. It was now the 17th of June, 1943, and she had left.
I was not born yet.
She left in September 1939.
There you go.
So that's just like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Almost 4 years.
Yeah.
But here she was. She'd made it all the way back.
Better late than never.
And look, if that was the end of Nancy Wake's tale, you would say that's a bloody good tale.
Yeah, but it's
Nancy Wake, you did well. That was war. You gave it everything.
But
you got mixed up in it.
Where's the closure?
And I tell you, that is not the end. That is, Nancy has not yet begun to Nancy Wake it.
I don't know, what happens to her?
This is just her warming up.
Exactly.
If you think that's the end of Nancy Wake's war efforts to annoy the Nazis...
You are dumb.
Mate, that was just her doing her stretches. The Nazis don't know what being annoyed by Nancy Wake means yet. So brace yourself.
Yeah. How old is she now?
Well, let's see.
She was born 1912.
1912.
I'm not doing the maths. That's
43, so that is 32.
Okay, not bad.
No, 31. That's maths. 31.
Yeah, August
Yeah.
1912.
So she's 31. 31 years old.
not bad.
And she's battle hardened now.
Bro.
Michelin saw it. She's like, this woman has got hardness.
Yeah.
And is she going to use that hardness to sit around London doing nothing?
Why would you?
Why get so hard and then go soft?
Exactly.
Nancy's like, I'm hard. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to annoy.
Oh.
Show me some Nazis.
You wouldn't want to get back on her bad side.
But I
I
think she will spend a little soft time though. I think she'll be like, well, I'm in a suite now.
Nancy, wait.
I need a bath.
Remember when she had to cancel that fitness thing?
Oh, yeah.
She's got to do that again.
She's got to book that in. She's like,
Yeah.
you owe me, I've got credit.
Yeah.
I've read your refund policy and I get a free spa.
She would be the type person to read the terms and conditions.
She would.
The full, 100 pages.
But then she'd read them so that she knew them, and then she would make up a few new ones, trusting that the person she was talking to who worked there didn't really know all the terms and conditions.
Yep.
She'd throw in a few true ones so that it sounded right, and then she'd go, and also I get a complimentary bottle of champagne.
Yeah, so
As per your terms and conditions. And they'd be like, oh, well, I guess you seem to know more about this than I do. Well,
Exactly.
here's your free spa.
she'll come in with an annotated terms and conditions. Be like, see here, here.
Yeah.
And some new ones.
Yeah. Unless it was a good-looking man who was working behind the thing, and then she just talked to him like, "Hey, what up?
He'd be like, oh.
What you doing? Hey? What time do you knock off? Do you want to come? I mean, it's a shame for me to be in the spa by myself. Do you want to?
With my complimentary bottle of champagne all by myself.
So if you get off early, maybe you come join me in the old spazies.
Unless.
I mean, I'm no pressure.
Yeah.
But you are a good-looking man, and I'm Nancy
Single?
Bloody
Athletic?
Wake. Nancy be playing the game, man.
Yeah.
And who can blame her? She's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
While Henri's doing his business, Nancy's got her own business to take care of. But that is where we're going to leave. It's a sensible place to leave it. She has completed her epic trip back
Over the mountains.
to England. Harder than she was when she left. Henri-less for the time being. And just waiting to see what the next chapter of her life will be. The war's still going.
Chapter 9.
But the tide might be turning. And so, look, I'm excited to see what is in store for Nancy Wake.
Same as well as I am.
Yeah, spoilers, it gets hectic.
What?
I'm just letting you know.
As if you'd spoil that.
That's just a little sizzle. That's what we call in the business.
Sizzle's fine.
A bit of sizzle.
A bit of sizzle.
Nancy about to get hectic.
Hectic.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Millie.
Grazie.
Thanks, Millie. Hey, you took
Hey,
time
you know
out of your
what?
busy day.
You're welcome. So did you, mate.
Hey, we both did.
Yeah.
That's what we do. It's a sort of an agreement we have.
Yeah.
When
We both signed the terms and conditions.
I did. And you're about to go and have your complimentary sparkling water.
Yes. Oh.
Which I haven't got yet.
Doesn't matter.
So I better go to the shops as per the terms and conditions.
Yeah. It says right here.
Get some sparkling water.
Exactly.
Because we don't. Why have normal water?
When you could have.
That's like having a bomb instead of a bouncing bomb.
Exactly.
We could
Water, sparkling water. It's still water, but it's sparkling.
It's got bubbles in it.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was. it's bouncing bombs, not bubble bombs.
Bubble bombs.
That'd be cool though. Oh, you blow them,
Yeah.
and then they're just a bomb.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds complicated.
No, you blow them. They go to where you need,
And then they explode.
and then
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dangerous because you know
it's
how.
like David Bowie from Labyrinth with his little orb thingies, and they
100%.
They go away,
But they're bombs.
But they're bombs.
Bowie bombs.
Bowie bouncing bubble bombs.
Bowie bouncing bubble bombs.
That's some alliteration
Trademark.
for you. Yeah, copyright.
So look, if you are starting some sort of war or you're part of, some guerrilla group that's trying to affect a military coup, overthrow a government, and you're looking for some fun explosives.
Some fun. Always go for the fun ones.
The Yonks Ago recommend to all the Yonky Doodles out there Bowie's bouncing bubble bombs.
Yes. Haha. You got to sign the terms and conditions first, though.
Yes, yeah. It's just a fun way to fight a war.
Yeah. Why would you have a war when you could have a fun war?
A fun war. That's how I pitch all my wars.
It beats me. Like, I don't know.
Guys, we're going to war. Oh, but it's a fun war.
Hey.
All right.
Not the bad.
You're in charge of bombs. Oh, Bowie bouncing bubble bombs.
Not bad. Got the best job here.
Look, I've never been more in favour of war than I am right now.
No. Me either.
And I blame David Bowie.
Yep. So
and when I
sucked
say
in.
blame, I mean thank
Yeah.
from the bottom of my heart. Rest in peace, David Bowie.
Rip.
And look, shout out to Spain for being neutral.
Yeah, I mean...
lest we forget.
Yep.
That's all the time we've got. Please join us for the next inciting, hectic episode
Inciting?
of... Yeah. Oh, sorry. I had real momentum. And perhaps I'll get that momentum back in the next episode.
Sorry.
Oh, come on. No.
Oh, no.
Maybe there will never be another episode of Yonks Ago. Solid and enjoyable.
Yes.